By the time I was probably 5 or 6, I knew that I wanted to get involved in music however I could, and I started taking piano lessons with my elementary school music teacher. So that was the spark. As I got into high school and started to do more with choirs and orchestras and just kind of classical musical performance, I shifted into being more interested in just music composition. The first thing I try to think of is what I want the piece to communicate, whether it's an emotional feeling or a specific event I'm thinking about. So I try to think of the most vulnerable human aspects of it first and then translate that into musical ideas. The choral piece I wrote last spring called A Winter Night. It is based on a Sarah Teasdale poem of the same name. When I wrote it, we were in the very early days of the COVID pandemic, so I kind of thought of the poem and the piece as extending to having empathy for people who were suffering economically, physically, mentally, anyway, from the problems that COVID posed. And then the U of L Collegiate Chorale ended up premiering that piece in November of last year in an outdoor, socially distanced, masked parking garage concert. So for that piece to have a message about COVID and then it come full circle and manage to be performed while still in the pandemic was really powerful for me. Music and really art in general has this unique ability to both commentate on and influence society. So in a lot of my pieces, I tend to find influence from problems I see in the world and talk about ways that we can move forward as community and as people, whether in the case of that piece it was about empathy and compassion and caring for others.